Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news all right. Steelers Nation, buckle up because the buzz in the NFL right now is all about a potential blockbuster trade that could shake up the AFC North and give our beloved Steelers a massive boost heading into the playoffs. The talk is swirling around Tampa Bay Buccaneers wide receiver Mike Evans. Yes, the towering, reliable pass catcher who's been a staple in Tampa Bay for years. Rumors, according to Adam Schefter, suggest that Tampa, currently in a bit of a rebuild with a 7-7 record and facing cap issues that stretch into 2026 with around $50 million, might be willing to part ways with Evans. And the team that's rumored to be seriously interested, you guessed it, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, before you get too excited, let's unpack what this could mean for us. The Bucs, sitting at 7-7 and struggling defensively with a ranking of 25th, allowing about 28 points per game, are in need of fresh assets. Tampa's offensive line has been a work in progress, and they're looking at draft picks to rebuild that unit, especially considering their pass protection grades on PFF hover around a modest 59.8. Meanwhile, their offense, which once thrived with Brady and Evans, has seen a dip in efficiency, an almost 20% drop in productivity. Losing a guy like Evans, who's a true alpha receiver, would be a blow, but it's also a strategic move to accelerate their rebuild and stockpile draft capital. For the Steelers, acquiring Mike Evans would be like adding a rocket to our offense. The guy stands 6'5", a true vertical threat who's been a consistent producer over his career. In 2025, Evans has already amassed over 102 receiving yards with 78 receptions, 11 touchdowns, and a yards per reception average of about 14.1 yards. His PFF grade is a solid 87.2, and his EPA per target stands at plus 0.25, putting him among the top 5 wide receivers in the league according to Pro Football Reference. His YAC of 512 yards shows he's not just a jump ball guy. He's a yak machine who can turn short throws into big gains. And his contested catch rate, a lofty 62%, meaning he's a reliable target in tight coverage, something our offense could definitely use, especially as we look to elevate our red zone efficiency and overall yardage production. Now, it's worth noting that Evans' career stats are staggering, over 12.0 receiving yards and more than 100 touchdowns. He's a 10-time Pro Bowler who's been known for his ability to take over games. But this season has been a bit of a roller coaster. A hamstring injury limited him to just 13 games, though he still managed to average nearly 85 yards per game, which is impressive given the circumstances. Still, the injury history might be a concern, but it's also a reason why Tampa might be willing to part with him now. Cap space, draft picks, and a fresh start could be mutually beneficial. For the Steelers, adding Evans could be transformative. Picture this, alongside George Pickens, who's already established himself as a dynamic playmaker with his own yards per route of around 1.9. Evans would give us a true veteran presence and a deep threat that defenses have to respect. His presence could push our receiving yards per game from around 210 to well over 280, creating more explosion plays, especially in the red zone. And with our rushing attack, led by Najee Harris, averaging about 4.2 yards per carry, we'd have a balanced offense that can keep defenses honest. This balance is crucial because it opens up more opportunities for big plays and reduces sacks by around 12%, according to PFF, since defenses can't just pin their ears back and rush the passer. And let's talk about the bigger picture here. The Steelers have been in a bit of a transitional phase, but the addition of a proven veteran like Evans could propel us into serious Super Bowl contention. Our odds, according to betting markets, have shifted from around plus 2,000 to plus 750, an indication that people see us as a real contender now, especially with a bolstered offense. The AFC North is shaping up to be one of the most competitive divisions in the league, with the Ravens and Bengals always in the mix. But with Evans on our side, we could be the team that finally outmuscles them and makes a deep playoff run. His presence would be an X-factor in matchups against divisional rivals, especially considering the Ravens' secondary, which has been vulnerable at times this season. The Steelers' front office has shown they're not afraid to make bold moves when it comes to building a championship-caliber team. Think about the recent trades and draft picks that have shaped our roster. This could be the next big step. With Evans, we'd add not only a premier receiver, but also a locker room leader who's been through the playoff battles and knows what it takes to win on the biggest stage. His experience, combined with our young core and emerging stars like Pickens, could set the foundation for a new era of Steelers football, one that's aggressive, explosive, and relentless. Of course, the trade would involve some moving parts. Tampa would likely want a first-round pick or a high-value swap to part with Evans, considering his production and contract status. The Steelers could also include some future draft capital or younger players to sweeten the deal. But given the potential upside, an immediate upgrade at receiver, a boost in our playoff chances, and the chance to elevate our offense to new heights, it's a move that could be well worth it. In terms of immediate impact, Evans' addition would help alleviate some of the pressure on our other receivers and open up more one-on-one opportunities for Pickens. It also gives us a reliable target in clutch moments, especially in the red zone, where Evans has shown he can be lethal. His contested catch ability and route-running prowess would complement our existing offense perfectly, making us more unpredictable and dangerous. And with the playoffs right around the corner, every game, every yard, and every red zone target counts. Evans could be the difference maker that pushes us over the edge. Looking ahead, this move would also send a message across the league that the Steelers are serious about competing now. About making bold moves, not just drafting for the future, but seizing opportunities to win right now. We've seen how a veteran receiver can change a team's fortunes. Think about when Metcalf was traded in 2025, boosting the Seahawks' aerial attack by over 200 yards per game. That kind of impact is what we're talking about here. And with our odds improving, it's clear the betting markets are recognizing that the Steelers are positioning themselves as serious contenders once again. It's not just about making the playoffs, it's about competing for a Super Bowl. Adding Evans would give us that extra edge, that final piece of the puzzle to potentially bring another Lombardi home. The AFC North is tough, but with a player of Evans' caliber, we could be the team that rises to the top, leaving our rivals in the dust. So, Steelers fans, the excitement is real. This isn't just speculation, it's a strategic move that could redefine our season. We've got the coaching, the young talent, and now possibly a veteran wideout who can elevate us to the next level. The future looks bright, and this potential trade could be the catalyst that makes it unforgettable. Keep your eyes peeled because if this happens, it's going to be one of the biggest stories in the NFL, and it's happening right here in Steel City. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you think adding Mike Evans is the right call? Would it push us over the top and into serious Super Bowl contention? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because your opinion really matters to us and to the Steelers. We're all in this together, dreaming of another Lombardi, and this could be the move that gets us there. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, insights, and breaking news, so stay tuned for the latest in Steelers Nation. Together, we're building something special, and this season could be one for the history books.